Once there lived a tailor named Rahim in a small village surrounded by orchards and fields. At the corner of the market street stood his tiny shop, no larger than a single room. Inside, rolls of simple cloth lay neatly on wooden shelves, and every evening a small oil lamp flickered as Rahim worked late into the night. He was not a wealthy man. His home was modest, his clothes were plain, and his meals were simple. Yet people noticed something unusual about him. Rahim was always content. Whether the day was busy or quiet, whether his earnings were many or few, there was always a peace on his face that made others wonder. And whenever anyone asked him something, they would almost always hear him softly say, Alhamdulillah. One morning, a young boy named Karim entered Rahim's shop. His shirt was torn, and shyly he asked, "Uncle Rahim, could you stitch this for me?" "Of course," Rahim replied with a warm smile. As he worked, the boy asked curiously, "But uncle, why do you always say that word, Alhamdulillah? Even when things break, even when people don't pay you well, I still hear you say it." "Why?" Rahim looked at him gently and said, "My son, when you eat a piece of bread, don't you thank your mother?" "Yes," the boy answered. "And when someone gives you a gift, do you not say thank you?" "Of course," Karim nodded. Rahim's smile deepened. "Then should we not thank Allah, who gave us the bread, who gave us the mother, and who gave us even the breath to say thank you? If I do not thank him for the small, how could I ever be worthy of the great?" The boy nodded slowly. He did not fully understand, but those words stayed in his heart. That same day, Karim's father, a farmer, came to fetch him. When he saw Rahim, he shook his head. "Rahim," he said, "you live in poverty, yet you thank Allah as though you were a king. I labor all day in the fields. I sweat, I struggle, and at night I collapse from exhaustion. Tell me, what do I have to thank Allah for when my back is bent and my hands are cracked?" Rahim answered softly, "Brother, if your back bends, thank Allah that you still have the strength to bend it. If your hands are cracked, thank Allah that you still have hands to work. The one who looks only at pain will find only pain, but the one who searches for blessings will find them hidden in every hardship." The farmer left unconvinced, but young Karim carried those words with him. Months later, a wealthy merchant named Yusuf arrived in the village. He wore fine robes, gold rings, and rode a decorated horse. On his journey, his cloak had torn, and someone told him, "Go to Rahim the tailor, he will mend it well." When Yusuf entered, Rahim greeted him warmly. "Please sit, rest your legs." He stitched the cloak with care, and when finished, handed it back, saying, "Alhamdulillah, it is done." The merchant frowned in surprise. "Why do you say this? You repaired it with your own hands. What did Allah do in this?" Rahim replied, "Allah gave me these hands. He gave me the eyes to see the thread, the mind to know how to stitch, and the time in which to work. Without Him, I could do nothing." The merchant asked, "And what if Allah gave you nothing? Would you still thank Him?" Rahim's eyes softened. "How can you say He gives nothing? He gave me life. He gave me breath. He gave me the chance to know Him. Even if He gave me nothing more, this alone is beyond measure. Should I not thank Him?" Yusuf was struck silent. He left after paying Rahim fairly, but Rahim's words echoed in his mind. That night, surrounded by gold and servants, the merchant felt a strange emptiness. Despite his riches, his heart was restless. Weeks later, Yusuf returned, not for repair, but for wisdom. He said, "Tailor, I have everything men desire, yet inside I feel nothing but hunger. Teach me the secret you carry." Rahim poured him water and said, "Begin with gratitude. When you wake in the morning, thank Allah for your eyes opening. When you eat, thank Him for the food. When you are greeted, thank Him for companionship. And even when hardship comes, thank Him still, for often the hardest gifts carry the deepest mercy." Gratitude is the key that unlocks peace. The merchant began to practice. At first, whispering Alhamdulillah for small things felt unusual, but soon, his heart began to soften. His meals felt richer, his sleep deeper, his wealth lighter. His family noticed his smile. His servants whispered that their master had grown gentler. And within months, Yusuf discovered a joy that gold had never given him. Years passed, and the story of Rahim spread throughout the village. People remembered him not for riches, for he owned little, but for the wealth of his heart. They would say, "The tailor taught us that gratitude does not add years to life, but it adds life to years." Gratitude may not always change our portion, but it changes how we taste it. And the one who thanks Allah is never truly poor. Let's learn some words from this story. Collapsed, meaning to fall down suddenly. Example, he collapsed after running too much in the heat. Struck silent, meaning so surprised or moved that you cannot speak. Example, he was struck silent by the beauty of the sunset. Beyond measure, meaning so great that it cannot be counted. Example, her love for her children was beyond measure. Thank you for listening to this story. If you found it inspiring, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more uplifting tales. Until next time, stay grateful, stay peaceful, and always remember to say Alhamdulillah.